A person by Oche Ben. Hey, sorry, forgive my English, yo. I'm going to take you live now. Ask me your question and let's go. We're straight into it. This is a live session, people. You are asking the questions. I'm going to bring you live on screen. You're going to ask me the questions and I'm going to answer it. So let's go with our first question of the day. Right, we're just waiting for him to come on live. I hope he's taking. No, council, what are we doing? Okay, can you hear me?
Good
What's your
evening,
name,
sir.
please?
My name is Osborn Chimere.
Osborne.
Yeah.
Okay, Osborne, how you doing? Welcome to Mahogany Models and our modeling talk session. What's your question, please?
So I wanted to ask you to apply for a modeling agency. Where do you start from? Do you have to meet them in person? Like, what are the criteria that you suggest a beginner would start from?
Okay, so that's a very easy question to start off with in terms of helping you out. For all the new models that are out there that want to get signed up to an agency, first of all, most I'm going to suggest you guys that think that it's nice to be freelance is not a good idea, all right? Because there's lots of jobs that are advertised out there that only agencies get. You don't get to see them. So what I would suggest you do, there's two ways of going about it. Yes. The first way is to send in your portfolio, yeah, to the different agencies, which you can do online. Yes. And then if some of
Okay.
them like you, they will ask you to visit them. Some of them just purely based on your pictures, they might say, okay, send me a video. And if they like you, they can sign you without even seeing you, so long as they're sure that your height is correct, you look good, they've checked your portfolios. However, if you're looking for an agency in Nigeria, if they've got open calls like we have, we normally used to have before COVID-19, I think every Thursday from 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock, you can just walk into the top agencies' offices and they will see you. And there and then, they might tell you that they like you, they may tell you they don't like you, but that is it. It's very much a numbers game. So you have to keep
Oh,
going and visiting different people till you find an agency that wants to sign you on. Okay, so that's the easiest and the best way of doing it. Thank you for that question. Do we have any more questions, please? Okay, we're waiting for our next viewer question. This is an interactive session. So please, if you've got a question, let me know and I will answer it. Godfrey, okay, we've got another question from Brave Mary. We're going straight to Brave Mary now. Okay, so Brave Mary will be coming on board in a few seconds with her question. So once she comes on, we will ask her what it is. Please, guys, get your questions ready. Know exactly what you're going to ask. My aim is over the next 1 hour to ask as many of your questions as you want to have answered and to make sure that you hear the real truth. It looks like, okay, so we've now got Mary on. Please give us your name.
Good evening.
Good evening.
It's Mary
It's
Nuhu.
what is it?
Mary
Mary.
Nuhu.
Okay.
Yes.
Ask your question.
Okay. I've been asking this question a couple of times, but I've never gotten the right question. I wanted to ask, can a 5.7 feet model walk on a runway?
Okay. So I hope everybody heard the
5.7.
question. Her question was, if you're 5'7", can you walk the runway? Most agencies, to be honest, will not take you if you're 5'7". The minimum height for runway, this is not for other types of modeling, but for runway is 5'9". And let me explain to you why, because a lot of people say, why can't short people get on the runway? Now, what happens with people that are making the clothes? They make it to a certain height, okay? And that clothes is moved from one job to another collection, from one fashion show to another fashion show. And they don't want to keep adjusting the clothes for different heights. So when they do a fashion show, they're going to say, I want models that are 5'9", that are a size 6 or a size 8, so that their collection can easily go from one show to another. So unfortunately, if you're below 5'9", your chances of running or walking the runway is very, very slim. However, one of the biggest, shortest models that ever made it on the runway is Kate Moss. So it's not that it's impossible, but it very, very rarely happens. Okay? So I hope that's answered your question. Next question, please. This is interactive. We want to do as many questions as possible. So if you've got a question, you're coming on live onto the Mahogany Models question and answer modeling session. So we're waiting for more questions. Guys, this is not just for you to come and just be saying hello. I love the hellos. I love who it is. Right, Bems. Okay, Bems is going to be coming on board in a second. Whoa, what have I done? Sorry, guys, I'm having a little bit of technical issues here. Okay, I think we got different requests from different people. Let me do it one by one. Okay, so I think we've got Bems coming on board in a second. I hope we have. Okay,
Yeah,
Bems, how you doing, man?
This is Godfrey.
Oh, it's Godfrey. Hi, Godfrey. How you doing? Please.
Yeah, Godfrey's
What's your
doing
question?
fine. My question is about walking the runway. You know that when you go for castings now, you see instructors who say that this is a style they want. This is a style that they do. You get. So I don't know. These instructors come in different styles, different times, different opportunities like that. And sometimes when I go for a casting, the instructor will say it's not like this, it's like this. And the one that I was using then was the one that I got from a previous event. You get. So I don't know if there is a generally acceptable style worldwide, internationally, for
All
male
right.
models.
I'm going to answer your question in a minute. I hope my team is on board and answering these questions. Anthony, someone sent you a question. Do you need to have an agency in Paris so you can go to the Fashion Week castings? Can people also be answering some of these written questions for me, please? Right. In answer to your question, okay, this is what the issue is here now. Yes. Every show producer, like I myself, I'm a show producer. All right.
All right. Okay.
If you come and do GT Bank Fashion Week with me, I'm going to tell you to walk one way. You could come and see me again, and I'm doing Fashion's Finest Africa, and I'm going to tell you to walk a completely different way. All right? And the reason for this is that each show has what it wants. It has a certain style it wants. So if you're a model, you have got to be versatile. All right?
Okay.
The key thing as a model is to know how to walk. That's the key thing. The second thing is to be versatile. I mean, I struggle a lot with the guys, and I'm sure some of the guys that walk for me for what do you call it now? For GT Bank, they will tell you how much I really struggled with them because they came in with this set mind. I've got to walk like this. I've got to walk like this. And I'm saying, I don't want that walk. The design has said they want something different. And they just could not get their heads out of that. And it got to a stage where I was nearly close to saying, okay, listen, you can't work for me. You don't know how to adjust. I'm going to send you back to your agency, get another model. So the key thing here, Godfrey, be versatile. Once you're versatile, you listen to what they say, you're going to have more chance of getting work than that person that says they're only going to walk like this and no other way. Okay? Thank you for your question.
Okay.
Next question, please. Let's have our questions rolling in. If you got a question for me, where's my team? Is my team not there answering questions from people? Right. I'm not sure who the next person is, but let's go to the next person that we have. We've got lots of questions lined up, so I want to get through them as quickly as possible. I think someone's coming on live. Please, guys, when you come on live, introduce yourself, say what your question is.
Good evening, sir.
Evening.
My name is Mary.
Okay.
Okay, I want to ask that when a modeling cast is being organized, are the models, like the people that are going to come for the cast, are we expected to know how to walk already, or the agent just wants to see if we are fit and then they will pick us and train us, or we are expected to know how to walk already?
Okay, good question. I hope you all heard her question. Her question was basically, if you go for a casting, do you have to know how to walk already, or will they teach you for the show? Now, the question about the answer to that, Mary, it depends on the show. All right. Now, for instance, now if I'm going to use Fashion Finance Africa, for example, all right, which is a show that I do. I don't mind having inexperienced models. So what I mean by that, that's models that can't walk, that's models that have never walked on a show before. I would train them, okay? But if I'm doing GT Bank, for example, they've got to know how to walk, because they're going to be
Yes, sir.
modeling for some of the top designers in the world. And we're not going to have the chance to experiment with them. Okay? So it really depends on which show you're going for, which will determine which whether you have to walk or you don't have to walk. It's always an advantage, of course, knowing how to walk. Okay? All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
I can see Anthony just joined. Anthony, you're meant to be here working with me. You're just joining. Come on, get to work. Next question, please. We keep those questions rolling in. Right, we're going to go to the next question. We've got lots of people. I'm trying to go through them very quickly. So I think that was the next person coming up with a question. So please give us your name and what your question is.
Hello, my name is Raja. I'm from Antwerp, Belgium.
Raja, we can't see you. We can't see your
Oh,
face. Are you hiding from us?
no, no, no. It's a little bit. Can you see me now?
Let's at least see your face. We don't
Okay.
need to see your bedroom, but we can see your face. This call is coming from Belgium, guys. This is an international talk show where we're having here all the way from Belgium. Okay, Raja, give us your question.
My question was, if you already have a mother agency, do you have to have an agency in Paris so you can do like the fashion week costings there?
So you're asking me, if you have a mother agency already, do you
Yes.
have to have an agency in Paris before you can work there for Paris Fashion Week? Is that right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to answer that in two stages. Okay. Some people will not know what a mother agency is. So let me explain to you guys what a mother agency is. Because we can't see his face, I'm going to take him off, but still answer his question, okay? So what a mother agency is, basically, is where you have the first modeling agency you sign to. They are officially your mother agency. They're like your parents. They will bring you up. And then what they will do is they will send you to school. So sending you to school might be sending you to an agency in Paris, sending you to an agency in New York. So basically what happens, to work in any particular city, you have to be signed to a local agency unless you are booked directly by a designer. So in answer to Raj's question, your mother agency has to get you signed to an agency in Paris or an agency in Milan or in Hong Kong or wherever it has to be before you can walk. If you really want to do a lot of work, then you have to be signed. However, some models will go to Paris by themselves and hope they get seen there are some open castings, and hope that they will get seen by a designer there and get to walk. But it's not always the case, all right? So just bear that in mind. Our next question. Anthony, there's some questions out there. Please answer some people that are asking us things like, how can they join Mahogany Models? Please respond to these people. Somebody else is coming on live. Guys, we want to get for a lot of questions. Okay, introduce yourself and what's your question, please?
Hello, good evening. My name is Ijoma.
Hi,
I was wondering if a face can be a factor to a model not getting casted into an agency.
If a what, sorry?
If model's face can be a factor to her not getting casted to an agency or a fashion show.
All right, so I think if I got you right, you were asking that if you don't have the right look, if your face is not right, that it might affect you being signed on to, being chosen for a job. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. As in anything with fashion, it's all about the look. The amazing thing about the modeling industry is I can look at you and I might say, oh my God, this is the best model I've ever seen in my life. I could then send you to 10 other people and they could say, oh my God, this girl should not even be modeling. How did they allow her to model? Please, please, remove her. It's very much in the eyes of the person you go to. All right.
Okay.
So you go for some jobs, they're just not gonna like you. You go for other jobs, and you're the first one they pick, and they might say, "Oh, you're absolutely fantastic. This girl has to work for me. She's brilliant." Okay. So that's what will happen. Okay. So we want more
All right.
questions coming in, guys. So please keep sending more questions in to us. My team, Anthony's there. I believe Wiry is there. If you make any comments, they will also put some written comments in there for you. But please, if you've got more questions, just make sure you ask me the questions. I think, if I'm right, does Lucy have a question? If I'm right, please, if you want to ask a question, make a request that you can join the Insta Live. Okay, your name and your question, please.
Hey, good evening. My name is Ifoma.
Ifeoma, hi.
I'm fine. So my question goes there is like the previous person that just asked the question. So why is it that at times you have all the qualities it takes? Let me leave this place. You have all it takes to be in for example to be signed up. So why is it that at times you find it very difficult? You get rejected over here, and it's as if you are not the person you think you are.
Okay, let me ask you this. Every single man that you see on the street or boy, do you fancy everyone you see?
No. For
Thank you. So,
example,
so hold on. You don't fancy everyone you see. So why is it
yes.
that in modeling, that just because you think you are fine, oh, that everybody that sees you must sign you or give you job? It's the same way. There's certain people we like and there's certain people we don't like. The same
Wow.
way, 5 guys might come to you, 1 you might like, 4 you may not like. Are you understanding the analogy that I'm giving? It's the same
I
thing
see.
in modeling. Yeah. So
Oh,
just as I said to the previous girl, if I'm sorry, they might love
yeah.
one
Yeah.
agency. You go to another agency and think, please, why are you even here, sir? Who even told you can model? Please, oh,
Exactly.
bye bye, bye bye, bye bye. So that's
Yeah.
how it is. So you're gonna have to get used to it, which is why it's a numbers game. You keep going to different agencies, keep trying to get signed, you keep
I'm
going
not
to
trying to be.
different castings until you find what you want.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, we're going on to the next question. Please make the request. Ask me your question. This is a quick fire session. I want to get as many of your answers. Don't worry, we're going to keep having this session each week. Okay, we got somebody else that now wants to ask a question. So we're going to go live with, is this Wilhelmina Models? I'm not sure I saw what I thought I saw, but let's see who comes on live. Hi.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Give us your name and your question, please.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Your name and your
Okay,
question.
my name is Gabriel.
Okay, your question. Okay, that didn't work. We will have some few people that have internet and technical problems. So please, next question, guys. Keep finding your questions. You can also put some written questions there. Anthony Oji, my booker, is online. I've also got Wiry online. They can also type in and respond to some of your comments and questions that you type in. Otherwise, please come on live with your questions. Don't be shy. I'm not charging. It's completely free. You can get the honest answers, things that you have not been asked before. Been answered before. I will let you know. So somebody sent in a question. Sorry, I think I saw it. So what's your advice to models who haven't been signed in an agencies and don't want to be freelance? Okay, so someone sent in that question that my advice to people that are not signed to an agency and want to be freelance. So the truth of the matter is, as I said earlier at the beginning, you need to try and get into an agency. I know there's some people that still go freelance because they think that, well, I'm going to make more money if I stay freelance. The truth of it is you don't. Only something like about 30% of the jobs that you actually see out there in castings are advertised. 70% of the jobs are sent to agencies only, which is why you see your friends saying they're going for castings and you say, hey, but why are you not letting me go? Why did you not tell me about it? And they say, because it's private to my agency. All right. So you actually have to try and get signed. I don't know how you're going to do it. You keep knocking on people's doors, you keep pestering people. But then again, guys, you have to have the right look. If you're 5'5" and say you want to be a runway model, it's not going to happen. So no matter how much you try, no one's going to help you. Can somebody answer Relian's question? Anthony, are you there, please? Can you send me a message so I know you're here? He says, with which agencies do you guys work with in Paris? We work with all the agencies in Paris, from Select Models to Wilhelmina, IMG, whoever's there that wants to take our models, we will work with them. So it's not to anybody specific, because one agency, may like one of our models look, but another agency will not like that model. So we have different models that might fit into the different agencies. Okay. It says, Pop says, is it advisable to join just any agency? Well, let me put it to you like this, yes? If you have the choice to ride in a Rolls Royce or you have a choice to drive in a Kia, which one will you rather ride in? I'm sure it's the Rolls Royce. So if you can get signed by the best agency that is out there, that's what you want to aim to do. However, what I will say is this. There are some good small boutique agencies that are known for placing people and that can get you onto the international scene. So don't be afraid to also sign with them, because sometimes the smaller boutique agency actually has the time for you. They're ready to push you because they don't have as many models. So, don't be afraid to go to a smaller agencies and see what they can do. Bem says, I have a problem with my hips. So, well, you did not say what the problem with your hips is. So I can't answer it unless you give me a little bit more information. Guys, please, if you want to come on live, don't be shy. Listen, you're models. You're meant to be seen. You don't know who's watching this that could see your face and suddenly say, God, I want to sign that model. There are people that are joining this from around the world here, guys. So please, don't be shy. Someone says, do you need to be a specific height or body type for fashion modeling? There's different types of fashion modeling, so it depends on what you want. So it's a little bit difficult to say which one exactly. You need to be a bit more specific as to what areas of fashion modeling. Can I apply to be a model online? Yes, you can. Nearly all agencies, including Mahogany Models, is taking people online. You're back again. Okay, so what's your question?
Yeah, I'm back. Okay, question is this. I heard that new models don't get too many chances when they just get into an agency, no matter how good they are, because there are some people who've been in that agency before, and then when jobs come, these people who've been in the agencies before are the ones who get the best chances. I mean, someone said there, and he backed it up with a few claims. So I want to know, because I'm not tied to any agency for now. I've been thinking about joining an agency. I've been sending emails. I've been, trying to apply for agencies, but no response yet. So
Okay.
I want to know, how true is that?
Well, do you watch football? Do you like football?
Sorry?
Do you watch football? Do you like football?
Yeah, I'm a Manchester United fan.
So you're a Man United fan.
Yeah.
All right. So when Wayne Rooney used to come, yes, and he used to play, was Wayne Rooney not always first on the team sheet before Bemi or before Shola or before whoever? Is that not right?
That's right.
Then the other ones will now try and force their way into the team,
Okay.
before they suddenly become famous and they become a Ronaldo or become somebody else. It's the same thing in modeling. In my agency, Anthony can attest to that. We will, of course, push our top models first because they're the ones that people want to book, because they're the ones that are well known. What you have to do once you get into an agency is get yourself out there. Keep pushing your booker, get me jobs. Keep pushing your booker, get me jobs. Try and do high-profile jobs. Maybe on some jobs you might say, listen, guys, I know that normally you would have given a fee of 100,000. But to get me in this job, I don't mind doing it for free. I don't mind doing it for 20,000. So you get the exposure. Because the more people see you, the more people go, man, I like that guy. Oh, please let me book him. And then suddenly you become a lesser from being a lesser model, you suddenly become a popular model. Are you feeling me?
Yeah.
So that's what you have to do. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Somebody's been
Bye.
trying to get me a question since. Bams, let me see if I can find you. I don't know where all these questions are. So somebody made a request a minute ago, but I can't find you. Shades of Ife said, what's your advice to models who haven't been signed in an agencies and don't want to be freelance? I've answered that one. How do I go about modeling, which has to do with parts of the body, because I have beautiful fingers? Hey, that's a nice question. Okay, I'm going to take, Bems, I'm coming to you now, okay? I know you haven't gotten on. I'll come back to your body parts question. Everybody, please, there's many different parts of modeling, okay? There's not everything is about runway. I can tell you this now, commercial models make far more money than high fashion runway models. The people that make the most amount of money in the world outside of Nigeria are what we call fitting models. These are models that work for the likes of Macy's, Debenhams, Selfridges, and all they do is they go there each day and they fit them in clothes. Does it fit? Does it fit? Designer does that. They make the most amount of money, but you don't see them. They make literally hundreds of thousands of pounds or dollars every single year. So all of you that just want to do runway, you want to be superstars, let me walk, let people see me. It's not where the money is, unless you become a supermodel. Right, we can't seem to get Bems. Bems, we're going to have to count you because I don't know if it's your reception. Do we have any more live questions? Right, we've got one here, which we want to go for. Please, guys, keep your questions coming in. My team is there. Anthony Orji, he's our head booker. He can answer questions. Hiya.
Hi, good
Name
afternoon.
and question.
Yeah, I actually reside in Abuja. I stay here in Abuja. But then I would love to sign up with your agency, Sis1. And I have a nice complexion, but the issue I have is the fact that I'm in Abuja, not Lagos. I don't know if that's possible.
Okay, I'm going to answer. There's two parts to that I'm going to answer. First and foremost, 6'1" as a woman, you're very tall. We will struggle to get you work outside of Nigeria. So if we were to sign you, Anthony is on here, so send him a message. You might have to drop your handle, and so you can send him a message privately, but I'm going to give you our email address. I think Wiry just posted it not long ago. Wiry or Anthony, post our email address again for Mahogany Models. So for 6'1", so if we were getting you, we'll actually reduce your height to 6 foot so that we have more chance of getting you work, okay? So that's one issue, but it's not. It doesn't mean it's not workable. Your second one is the Abuja problem, all right? Now, Abuja's fashion industry hasn't kicked off that there's so much work there. It is still, at the moment, Lagos is where most of the work. Same thing like in England, London is the biggest city. Paris is the biggest city in France. So we have that issue. Now, the problem that we will have if we sign you is castings are impromptu. We can tell you to come for a casting and it could get cancelled. You could come for a casting, there's no guarantee you get a job. So you would have to think about that how does it affect you? Do you understand? Because you could be coming for castings, not being successful, or we could have a situation as we do have, and I'm sure Auntie and the others will tell you, which is where we're sitting in the office, nothing's happening, a designer or a company calls and says, I need you to send me this model, and this model to my office in the next hour and a half. You're in Abuja. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So it's a struggle, but it's not impossible. But you can see Anthony, he's on the screen there. Give him Anthony Orji, give him a holler at him and have a chat with him offline. They've been posting our email address as well, or you can contact us via this page. Okay, so we're going on to the next question. All right, so please, if you've got a question, come on board. We want to see your face. I might actually see something that I'm so crazy about that I'm going to give you a contract straight away. All right, so please, we're having a little bit of technical problems getting you offline, but please, if you've got more questions, please be asking them. Please, I want to become a model. I want to become a model, okay? Contact your agencies. Contact agencies out there. Send in your portfolio. Yes, 6'1" is too tall for women. Not for men, but for women. We struggle to place women that are 6'1". Not that you can't get work. It's just it's been difficult. Benz, we've been trying to get hold of you, but for whatever reason, it's not going through. I'm going to try again because you have been patiently waiting. Okay, we're trying to connect you again. This is Gbemi Sola Oyebade. We've been trying to get hold of you. Let's see if you can come on board now. It keeps saying waiting for you. So I'm assuming it's your connection because we can get hold of other people. Can a man be a model? Tofa, did you really ask that question? Of course, we have male and we have female models. Okay, we finally made contact with you. Give us your name and your question, please.
Hi, good evening. I'm Bemi.
Hi, Bemi.
Hi. Okay, so
Question, please. Question.
yeah, my hip size is actually a problem because I've been getting rejected because of my hip size.
So what's your hip
And
size?
it's a 39.
Hey, Jesus. Okay. You can see how I responded. Okay, so let me give you an idea of why it's a problem. Yes? If we
Okay.
sign you up and we then want to place you abroad, the maximum, and that is with a struggle, maximum, and with a struggle, though, are you listening? That they will take
Yes, sir.
is a 35.
Wow.
And that's with a struggle. We have one of our models, Amotayo, that did Paris Fashion Week, and she's like a 34, and they said she was too fat.
Wow.
Okay, so if you really want to be a model, unless it is natural hips that you have, that there's nothing you can do about it, you need to go and be working out at that gym like mad.
Okay.
Okay, otherwise you will struggle to
Yes,
get.
sir.
And not that you can't do work in Nigeria, because we do like women that have hips, but to do work abroad, you will struggle. And even for some of our Nigerian designers, I'll be honest with you, your hips may be a little bit of a problem. All right?
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, Oyin, you're saying my hip size is 40 and my waist is 28. Standard sizes, people, is 34, 24, 34. All right? So let's put that into perspective. However, in Africa, we will accept bigger size people because we're starting to say, why should we conform to Western standards? So it doesn't mean you cannot be taken on. Also, we have plus size modeling as well. So there's some great plus size agencies out there that you can join. Please, if you've got a question, okay, so we're going to our next question. The girl with the sauce. Okay, I like that. So we're going to the girl with the sauce. And then we're going to try and go to Hey Why after that. So the girl with the sauce is going to come on in a second. And she's going to ask a question. Please, can you call me? Listen, if you want to get taken by an agency, we're not going to call you. You call us, okay? If you're really serious about being taken, please call us. Yes, Mahogany Models does have a branch in the UK. Chat up with Anthony, who's online now, just above you, all right? And Anthony will tell you or work with you about possibly seeing if you can get signed in the UK. We were trying to get onto somebody, but the person seems to have disappeared. So let's see if we got anybody else. So we're going to go to, I'm trying to get onto the girl with the sauce. Are you there? So we're waiting for girl with the sauce. I'm not sure if she's taking questions or not. Okay, so what are the questions? I think the network is bad. Okay, yes, she's saying her network is bad. We'll keep trying to get you back on again. Does anybody else have some questions for us? I'm 5'6". Can I be a runway model? Oh, this is the girl with the sauce. Simply put, no. Sorry, there's no nicer way I can put it. You cannot be a runway model. Oh, sorry, let me go to Hey Why because she's been waiting for a while. You cannot be a runway model. I'm really sorry. If you are 5'8", we could possibly push or struggle to get you in. But at 5'6", sorry, do commercial modeling, do fitness modeling, face modeling, body part modeling, but runway, no. We're waiting for Hey Why to come on. We're not sure she's coming on. How is Fashions Finest going to be this year? Well, we're going to talk about that separately. So please come on to our talk tomorrow. Fashion Finance Africa will be online at 8 o'clock. So come on board with us tomorrow. Okay, so we've now got another viewer online. So let's see your face. Let's have your question. Name and question, please. Hi.
Okay.
Name and question, please.
The question is...
Talking to your camera. We can't hear you, please.
Sir?
Talking to your camera. Question, please.
Okay. I have a question. No one have a question. Which message you guys?
Okay. We want to take questions on this. There's lots of people waiting for questions. So when you have a question, you can call us back. Okay. So for now, let's go to the next person that has a question. Let me see who else is there that has a question. Guys, don't be afraid. You're meant to be models. Come on board. Let us see you. So we got requests. So let's see. We got a fashion brand that wants to talk. Let's see what their kind of question is. So waiting for Ikai Fashion Brand who's going to come on. I really want to work with I Am Oyin. You want to work with Mahogany? Well, Anthony's on board here, so you can put that together. Somebody just asked a question that how do they combine fashion and education? I will come back to you in a second. Give us your question. Good evening.
Good evening. I'm a student designer and I model as well. So I just joined your channel, your Instagram live at the moment. So I would like to ask something concerning runway. Like, can a designer model his outfits? Like, for example, at Fashion's Finest Awards. Like, can a designer be part of the model? Like, you modeling your own outfits?
Sorry, say that again. I didn't quite get the question.
Like, okay, for example, in Fashion's Finest Africa, can a designer model his own outfits?
Okay, so basically what you're saying is that if you want to possibly put your stuff on the runway, and at the same time you want to walk in one or two of your own outfits, is that right?
And I'm asking whether can a designer be part of that?
Yes, you can. There's no problem. You just need to contact our team.
Yes.
Wari, can you put the Fashion's Finest email address on there for us so that he can contact our team on Fashion's Finest and they can respond to him? Okay? All right. Okay. Thank you for that question. Let's go to the next question. You can come back again if you have another question. So who are we going to next? I thought I had another question there. I'm 6 foot, chest 35, and waist 30. Can I be signed by your agency? Well, you're going to need to send in your portfolios or contact Anthony, who's live on this Instagram page, and he will tell you what to do. Do we have any more questions? So please give us your questions. Tell us what you want to ask. This is a question and answer session. Okay, so we're now going to go to our next viewer. Shades of Ife. Shades of Ife, have you not asked the question before? Okay. But we're going to add you because that's okay if you want to ask a second question. So please keep sending your question. I'm hoping you're loving this because it's not often you get a chance to speak with somebody like myself and get your questions answered. So I'm hoping that you're finding it useful. If you love what we're doing, please drop comments on our page. Let us know so that we can keep doing this for you, so you can get your questions answered, and they're the real questions without fakeness. Hi, what's your question? What's your name and your question?
Hi, good evening. Okay, I'm Abraham by name, and then my question goes like this: how do one go about part modeling?
So is that part modeling, part education? Is that like what you're trying to say?
Yes.
Okay. So that's good. I mean, you tend to find that in Nigeria, something like about 80% of people that model do it on a part-time basis. They do not do it full-time, simply because modeling does not pay us enough, if you get what I'm saying. So what has to happen
Yeah.
is that if we contact you and we say we have a job for you on Friday at 7 o'clock, so long as you tell us that I can't do that job, there's no problem. We'll book somebody else. But what we don't like is that you know you can't attend and you tell us to book you and you're not going to come. That's the problem. So basically, modeling can work around your schedule because you will say, I'm not available on these days. I'm available on these days. So when the client comes and says, look, we want to book you for that Friday, we'll just say straight away, sorry, that person's already booked on another job. Is there another day we can book them for? And we'll work with your schedule. Okay? So please, just because you're in education, don't feel that you can't do it. Thanks for that question. We're going to go on to the next person. I was seeing some comments. I don't know if my team is helping me answer some of them. Does acne on your face really matter? Hey, yeah. So if you're in modeling and you have pimples, you have spots, and you pick them like some people that I know that I will not mention their name that are on this channel, they're always picking. It starts to leave blackheads, starts to leave sores. If we see that on your face, we will not book you. If you're a model, my suggestion to you is very simple. People, drink lots of water. Do not drink soft drinks or soda. Do not drink coffee or tea. Do not drink Milo or Bonvita. Only drink water and your face will clear up. Now, I know a lot of you don't like it, but that's what you have
Hello,
to do.
sir.
Hi, name and
So,
question, please.
like, I want to ask models, like when you join a agency, what kind of problem do models face? Because I know some friends that they are models, but they face some problem.
So what sort of
And,
problems have they told you that they face?
huh?
What sort of problems have they told you that they
Like some
face?
of them, and they get neglected, they don't give them any job and all.
Okay, so let me ask you this. What are you doing at the moment? Are you in school? Are you working? What are you doing?
I'm schooling. I'm a
You're
student.
schooling. So when you applied for a school, did you get your first choice or not?
Sir?
Your first choice school, did you get it? Or you had to go to your second choice?
I can't hear you, sir.
Your first choice school, did you get your first choice school? Or you had to go to your second choice?
My second choice.
Thank you. It's the same thing in life. You don't get everything you want. Some people will pick you. Some people won't pick you. So therefore, it's the same in modeling. It's not every single person that I go to for business will give me business. That's how life is.
Yes.
So when people say that life is tough, what I say to all my models, it is a numbers game. The more jobs you apply for, the more chance you've got of getting the job. If you only apply for one job and they say no, that's it. But if you apply for 10 jobs, the chances are you'll get 2 jobs. Okay? So there will be problems in modeling the same way there's problems in banking, the same way there's problems in sports, the same way there's problems in any business that you do. Okay? Okay, we're going to go on to our next question. We've got about another 10 more minutes of this, guys, so let's get your questions in there. What are you looking for in a portfolio? Do you work with models from the USA? This is Being Tatiana. Hi, Being Tatiana. I think Anthony will respond to that as well. We definitely work with models from the USA. I think we've signed a couple ourselves. What we're looking for in a portfolio is versatility, a good look, sharp, clear pictures. We want to see your skin. We want to see your skin tone. We want to see whether you have acne, whether you have spots in your face and stuff like that. These are those sort of things that we're looking out for. So Being Tatiana, I hope that answered your question. We're going to go to another question now live. Who's been waiting for a while? That girl with sauce is coming back again. So let's take a question. I hope you got a question for me. I think you didn't have a question last time. So, yeah, I can see Anthony has answered Tatiana. That's fantastic. So please, guys, send us messages. Anthony, please use our Mahogany, what do you call it, Instagram handle. Please don't send him to his personal handle. Please send to @Mahogany_models, please. not to his personal handle. Somebody was coming on board. They seem to have disappeared. Do you represent commercial models? Now, that's a very good question, because very recently, we've just started setting up our commercial division. So your question is well timed. That's Queen of Lagos. Queen of Lagos, yes, we do now represent commercial models. Anthony, send him a message at Mahogany_models, and we will definitely get back to you. What exactly do agencies look out for during casting, both open and walk-in? Because most agencies do more than that. I don't understand the do more than that part of it, but I can tell you what we look for. It depends on the show. It depends on what we're doing. If I'm doing a shoot, for example, and it's a commercial shoot, your face is more important than your walk. If you can't walk to save your life, I don't really care. But if I'm doing a high fashion runway show, your walk is most likely more important than your face. So it really depends on the job. So unless it's very specific, I could talk forever about that. And every single casting director has a completely different look or requirements for what they want. You can go to Arise, the type of models they choose are different from GT Bank. The type of models that Fashion Finds Africa choose are completely different from if you go to Paris Fashion Week. So it really depends on who you're going to for the job. People are asking a lot of questions about how do you join Mahogany Models. My team, please contact us, DM us, I think that's what you say. Send us a DM at this handle here, and we will get back to you. Anthony's online, so please feel free. He will send you messages, but send him at Mahogany_models. Why are some judges so aggressive at auditions? Now, I like that question. I have to be honest. I've been in this industry now for just over 35 years plus. And I've seen some casting directors, and I'm sad at what they do and how they treat them. Now, however, some people might come and say the same thing about me. I don't believe I'm nasty. I don't believe I'm aggressive, but I am to the point, and I will tell you there and then, in as nice a way as possible, that I'm not taking you. So you know where you stand. You can move on. Do you understand? I'm not going to give you false hopes. So I will do that with you. I still believe that just because you're a model doesn't mean that you can't be treated well. But guys, you also have to understand the business. I've worked on London Fashion Week. I've worked on New York Fashion Week. And I've worked with different directors and producers. And some of them, just in their mannerism, they swear a lot. It doesn't mean they're being rude, but that's just how they talk. So unfortunately, even though this is not what we really want to happen, guys, suck it up, deal with it. Don't take it personally. It's just doing the job. I mean, if you go and work for a bank, you can get screamed at by your managers. I'm sure my staff that are on board here now will come and tell you that I've shouted at them a number of times. It's human nature. It happens. We try not to do it, but it's just one of those things. Do we have any more questions at live view questions? I'm trying to answer some of the questions I'm seeing in the text here. What else do we have? Can my sister model with you? She is 15 years old, really wants to be a model. She has the height and the face. Generally, we try not to take on models that are under the age of 17. However, if your sister is exceptional, then we will take her on. All right? So send in the pictures to us at Mahogany Models, and we will definitely give you feedback as to whether she's somebody would like to take on or not. All right? I think Anthony's actually answered. Do you have any more live questions? We got about another 6 minutes or so. Guys, I thank you so much. I really appreciate all the models that have come on board, the models that have been asking questions. I'm hoping that you're finding it useful, that you will tell people so that next week when we do this again, even more people are coming. You know, nobody's asked questions about contracts. Nobody's asked questions about pay. So maybe next week we'll deal with those, about agreements, because a lot of you ask, get into contracts that I don't understand how on earth you've gone into it. It says here, Clothing says, can slim male models have equal opportunities in the business? Yes, you can, because at the moment, slim is in, guys. Slim is in for men. We don't want bulky models anymore. We don't want models with muscles. We want nice, slim, skinny guys. That's what's reigning at the moment for the men. I think somebody else is going to come on board in a minute. Okay,
Good,
so
sir.
please, hi, go ahead.
Okay, sir. I'm 5'9". Can I still go for modeling?
Okay, I'm going to be upfront with the guys. Yeah, for runway and for most modeling for guys, including commercial, if you're not a minimum of 6 foot, your chances of getting taken is extremely. You see how I emphasize the extremely slim.
Yes, sir.
It's extremely slim. I'm sorry to say it, guys, but for the guys, because the reason is that most girls are going to be 5'9". By the time they put heels on, they're going to be 6 foot. So you that is 5'9", and we've got to do a shoot with you next to her, you're going to look short. So it's just not going to work. So that's the main reason. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, guys, we're going on to the next question. We've got another one. Come back to me. We want to get as many people in as possible. Thank you, Bisola. I like your comment. Mwah, mwah, mwah. That's one of my models, Bisoche. She's a top supermodel, guys. Absolutely brilliant model. She's worked everywhere. She's an ambassador. She's a beauty queen. She's done everything. You name it, she's done it. Okay, what if I see an opportunity to join a modeling agency and I'm still in school? Is it very advisable to drop out or just what? Okay, the first thing I'm going to say to you, do not even think about dropping out of school. Let me be your father or your mother for now. You're crazy. Don't even try it. The best thing I would suggest you do, guys, is speak with your agency, do it on a part-time basis. If you're really good, your agency will take you on part-time and they will allow you to model with them as well. Hi, give me your name and question, please.
So I'm Michelle. I have 2 questions. So my first question is 5'11" too tall to be a female model? And do you have any branches in London as well?
Right, 5'11" is still a good height. What we try to advise for girls is between 5'9" and 5'11". So you're just within the limit. So that's absolutely perfect. We do have a branch in London. If you can send a message to Anthony Orji that is there that you can see, he can discuss with you and see what we can do for you. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Bye.
All right, you can see this is very much an international show. We're having people from Belgium, from London. I've seen people from Paris and New York on this. This is, guys, this is international. So this is where you get your things answered. So we're going back to that girl with sauce. Okay, so we're hoping that girl with sauce, if you have a question. I think Anthony has answered you. You don't have to drop out of school. Please, people, education is important too. Do not drop out of school, anybody. Hey, we've got Temi Lola from Chicago, the United States of America, all the way from Chicago. Big up to you, Chicago Bulls and everything that's out there. Can you sign models in Kenya? Yes, we can. We have models signed to us from the Gambia, from Senegal, from Ethiopia. I think I saw Bethel. Bethel's on here, one of our models, and she's from Ethiopia, guys. So please, we sign models from across the world. If you got any more questions, please let me know. I think we're coming very close to our closing down time, but I can't even see my time. I don't have a watch on, so I'm going to need someone to tell me what the time is at the moment so we can start to round up. Okay, put my laptop on. So please, what more questions do you have? Kanu, things to look out for on a contract. Guys, I think we don't have that much time today to deal with contracts. So what I think we should do is next week, let's have a program about contracts. I think you guys want to talk about contracts, yeah? Because a lot of you get yourselves into some really, really bad contracts. So yeah, I'm gonna have to start rounding up, guys. I'm not gonna take any more questions. Thank you, Wyrie. I think I'll take one more last question, okay, before they shut me out. Last question. Okay, guys. This is our last question, and it's going to be to I am Antonia 17. All right. I've got a Ghanaian fashion model that's now in Czech Republic. I would want to join our agency, Mahogany. How do I link up? All the way from the Czech Republic, please message us, send us a direct message. Hi, Bethel. See Bethel saying hi to us from Ethiopia. She's one of our models, and I think we just got assigned abroad now. I can't remember, but I know Anthony's been dealing with it. A lot of interest in her. So we take models from all over the world. Jim Jonks, please contact us. Send us a DM directly, and we will be in touch with you. We seem to be having problems with Antonia. I'm not sure if she's going to come on board. I may have to shut it down now because we only have an hour. So I'm trying to give her a few more seconds to see if she'll come on board. If she doesn't come on board, let me see if I can take one other question. She's struggling. Internet is an issue here, guys. I'm hoping that you've loved what you've seen and love what you heard. I'm hoping that it's been beneficial to you. I'd like to say thank you to my team, Anthony, my head booker, that has been responding to the message. Wairi, you know, you're the boss for setting everything up with Anthony. I love you both. It's been a great show from my end. I've had some great questions. As I can say, we've had people from Ethiopia here. We've had people from the Czech Republic, people from Belgium, people from Chicago, people from London, and of course, our home crew from Nigeria. I'm sure there have been other people. Next time, we're going to do a shout out to all the people from the different countries of the world that have come out to us. But we really appreciate everything that you've done for us, guys. We thank you for being here. Next week, let's look at contracts, yeah? We'll still do a question and answer session, but let's look at contracts and agreements, because a lot of you are getting into contracts and agreements that are not really good for you. However, my day might be over for you guys on Mahogany Models now, but we're going to be back again with the Style Infidel. If any of you know of the multi-award winning Style Infidel, he's going to be on Fashion's Finest Africa tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Guys, that you do not want to miss. What's he going to be talking about? How to look like a celebrity or a superstar on a small budget. He's going to turn your small little money or change, whether everybody's money of small is different, though, but he's going to make sure that you look like a celebrity. I'm also going to be on another show with Banji of Lagos on Friday at 4 o'clock, so check me out there. I know I'm doing some with those in Ghana very soon. So everybody, thank you very much for joining Mahogany Models. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm definitely going to see all of you models again next week, Wednesday, at the same time. But otherwise, join me tomorrow at Fashion's Finest. Thank you to my team. You know, guys, I love you guys so much. Magege is there. Thank you, Magege, putting it all together. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here. So everybody, have a lovely evening. Please stay safe. Because they say go out does not mean you should not be safe. COVID-19 has not disappeared, guys. All right? So talk to you later, people. Bye.